Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. We're about to dive into a massive, and I mean absolutely massive, paradigm shift happening right now in content creation. We're moving completely away from manual, tedious software manipulation. Instead, we're entering this wild new era where AI agents basically act as your own world-class personal video editors. If you've ever felt held back by overly complicated editing interfaces, or maybe you just lack advanced motion graphics skills, you're going to want to pay close attention today. We're exploring a complete ground-up transformation in how visual content is built.
So, let me pose this question directly to you. What is the actual biggest bottleneck in video creation? For the longest time, we all blamed the computers, right? We thought it was slow rendering speeds, a lack of processing power, or just sitting around waiting for massive files to export. But contrary to popular belief, rendering speeds really aren't the issue anymore. The actual bottleneck? It's been the human editor. The person sitting there painstakingly dragging and dropping tiny clips around on a timeline. The true limitation has always been our manual capacity to execute.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the stark contrast between the old way of doing things and this new method. Traditionally, software like Premiere or Final Cut required a human being to drag clips manually across a visual timeline. And honestly, that took years to master. But today, AI agents, tools like Codex, Hermes, or Claude, have completely flipped this dynamic on its head. Instead of using a visual interface at all, these agents edit and manipulate videos by writing plain HTML code, which is something they're already incredibly fast and proficient at doing.
Section 1. Timeline into code.
This brings us to the core shift in the industry, which is quite literally the transformation of the editing timeline into pure code. Let's define exactly what's making this possible. It's a brilliant tool called Hyperframes. Hyperframes utilizes this revolutionary feature called HTML in Canvas, which empowers you to edit and create incredibly complex videos using nothing but plain English AI prompts. I mean, this software flips the traditional script entirely. It requires absolutely zero technical background. You don't need to be a software developer, and you don't even need to be a video editor. As long as you can speak English and give clear instructions to your AI, you can produce stunning, professional-grade visuals.
Let's break down how incredibly simple this setup process actually is. First, you just open an empty folder within the Codex app. Next, you set your AI model to speed mode. This is actually crucial because generating thousands of lines of HTML can take some heavy lifting, and speed mode totally optimizes that process. Then, you simply install the Hyperframes plugin directly from the plugin menu. Finally, you enable the Canvas Draw Chrome flag in your browser to make sure the visuals render perfectly. And boom, just like that, your own AI editing suite is fully operational.
Okay, let's dive into Section 2, Prompting Visual Magic.
We're moving from setup to execution now, and this transition is where the real visual magic happens. Because you're using a conversational chat interface, you aren't hunting through endless, confusing software menus anymore. You are literally just describing the animation or the edit you want to see. Take a look at the vast capabilities unlocked by this tech. You can generate complex, liquid glass motion graphics just by asking for them. You can create highly personalized brand assets like custom lower thirds or animated subscribe buttons. You can even build custom three-dimensional device animations like phones or laptops spinning in space. And hey, if you suddenly decide you want to change the whole color scheme to a red gradient vibe, you just tell the AI and it updates the specific code parameters instantly without having to rebuild the entire project from scratch. It's a total game changer.
Now here's an absolutely crucial pro tip to ensure your workflow stays totally smooth. When you're prompting your agent, you should always save a specific instruction right into the agent's memory. Tell it, do not remove old compositions when making new ones. See, sometimes the AI might try to be helpful and overwrite your previous work to keep the workspace clean. But by saving this rule into its memory file, your previous animations and iterations are safely preserved while you experiment with fun new creative directions.
Moving right along to Section 3, Real-World Examples.
It's one thing to talk about HTML and Canvas and coding timelines in theory, but it's another entirely to see exactly what this builds in practice. First off, imagine you need a slick marketing video and you need it fast. You can literally paste a single website link into your prompt and ask the AI to turn it into an animated product demo. The agent goes in, analyzes the landing page, pulls your branding, and automatically generates a dynamic animated product pitch. Startup founders are going crazy for this. It's perfect for investor meetings or rapid marketing campaigns, and it takes nothing more than a single sentence to create. No way we could do that a year ago. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of rapid iteration. You can ask the AI to build a three-dimensional smartphone animation tailored specifically to your channel's brand. Now, what if the AI makes a tiny little mistake, like the edges of the phone look a bit misaligned? Well, in traditional software, fixing complex tracking like that is an absolute nightmare. But here, you literally just take a screenshot, feed it right back to the AI, and tell it to fix the weird edges. It reads your feedback and corrects the alignment issues instantly.
Another amazing application is creating custom dynamic audio waveform visualizers. You just upload an audio file, and the AI generates a beautifully animated waveform. But let's say the waves are hitting the top of the screen too quickly and it just doesn't look natural. You just prompt the AI with that exact feedback. You say, hey, adjust the wave dynamics so they bounce more naturally to the beat. The AI immediately updates the complex math behind the visualizer, delivering a perfectly synced, professional-grade animation.
So the crucial point we are arriving at is Section 4, the new creative advantage.
So what does this all mean for us? Now that manual execution is essentially a solved problem thanks to AI, the entire landscape of content creation fundamentally shifts. We are no longer limited by how fast our fingers can click a mouse or how well we've memorized obscure keyboard shortcuts. The playing field has been entirely leveled. This quote perfectly captures our new reality. The real advantage, the real alpha, is knowing what's good, having the best taste and the best judgment. Think of it kind of like Rick Rubin. He produces some of the most legendary, iconic music in the world without actually playing the instruments himself, right? He is paid for his taste and his judgment. The future belongs to those with a great imagination. If you know what looks good and what will resonate with an audience, you can just direct the AI to build it for you.
Artificial intelligence now allows anyone to create professional video edits and animations using simple text prompts. By transforming traditional video timelines into code, these tools eliminate the need for complex editing software or technical expertise. The future of content creation will reward imagination and taste rather than manual animation skills.
I want to leave you with this final, truly provocative question. What will you build now that the technical barriers are completely gone? You have the tools, you understand the shift from timelines to code, and you know that your imagination is literally the only limit left. So go set up your workspace, start prompting, and see what incredible visuals you can bring to life. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you create.